Hello, my name is Jay Hadwin. How you doing? And this is my guest Willy from AfroBiz. And welcome to our new brand. Willy, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, and thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, how you like the Midtown studio?
It's amazing. It's great.
Thank you. We spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do for our community? What do you do on the internet, the social media world?
Well, first thing first, I started building websites over 25 years ago when I was a teenager. It was kind of like organic. My father pushed me towards that field of things. He wanted me to be his computer guy, you know. And eventually I learned how to make money from it. Some of my dad's friends, they say, oh, you know, your son does all this. Can he do this for me? Can he do that for me? So it turned into a business.
Wow. Just in high school?
This is high school, you know. And eventually I got into other parts of the computer world. I was building computers for people. I was doing desktop publishing, just things like that, you know, and it became a business. So I opened my first actual business when I was 18.
Wow.
And I was mainly doing computer repair and stuff like that. Some of these clients, I was building websites for them. And this is what led me to internet marketing. Because, you know, when I started building websites, there wasn't an internet marketing industry like there is today.
What years was that?
This is like mid to late 90s, 97, 98, something like that. So a lot of people would ask me, because there was no places where you could just go and Google and find out that, hey, this is how I'm going to market my business.
I remember
whatever.
those days.
You know, so they'll just ask me, can you help me do this? Can you help me be on the first page of, well, Google came a little bit after that, but you know, it was
wow.
Yahoo
Even back then, they were asking. They knew the SEO.
Yeah,
because I'm 10, maybe 8 to 10 years. I found out what SEO was.
Yeah,
late in the game as a brother.
Yeah, well, back then it was. People knew that because from the very beginning, there were businesses that experienced just massive growth from just being on the first page, you know? And at that time, it was very easy. It was very easy to be on the first page.
Wow.
So this is how I got in it. And I was a little bit of a geek. I was part of different forums and billboards and stuff like that. And I basically learned how to market businesses online from the early gurus, you know, of the internet. And eventually I stopped doing computer repairs way in the early 2000s. And I started kind of focusing on building websites.
Wow.
Yeah, and I created my basically marketing company, first marketing company.
How did that work out?
Well, the thing is, a lot of these things that I did, I didn't plan it like I'm going to start a marketing company. It just kind of like came along.
So it was organic.
Organically, you know, came along. I met a person and, you know, they're like, okay, I want to do this. And I'm like, oh, I can do it, or I can figure it out, and things like that. You know, I ended up doing promotions online for different people and stuff like that. But the sad part of all of this is along the way, I came across a lot of, you know, African-American, you know, Black-owned startups. And they're really, you know, I would tell them, this is the way, this is what you need to do.
Did they listen?
Right? And I'll be excited. And they would listen, but they would kind of be like, yeah, okay, you know what, I'm gonna talk to you about it. I never really understood why they never got back to me, right? You know, I had ideas. I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe they're not ready, or maybe I asked them too much money, or maybe, you know, things like that, right? But every time I would come across businesses of other people, they would just jump on it. And, you know, and most of my income was coming from people outside the community.
Wow.
So it started toying with me a little bit, you know, because I was thinking, you know, why is it that
pretty tough with us
that the Black community don't take advantage of the internet? Because the internet is an amazing place.
You think it has more pros than cons?
It definitely have way more pros than cons.
That's the way I feel.
I would say, you know, like mostly pros. The reason why is because if you look even at celebrities inside the Black community, most of them were made on the internet.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like if you think about most of the businesses or most of the people that you know personally that actually have had some sort of success, they had the
Country
internet
Kurt
strategy.
or something like, what's his, I forget his name, but Country something. He's a comedian.
Oh, Kountry Wayne. Yeah.
His presence. That's when I found him on Instagram, and he made me laugh a lot, and then he got bigger and bigger. So you're right.
And that's the thing. The thing is, if you could get to the front of the internet, it can do amazing things for your business, for you, for your family. And I came across a lot of people with great ideas, but they just did not consider developing a strategy to grow it on the internet.
Do you think they didn't really understand the potential that the internet brings to them? You know what I'm saying?
I hate to say it in this way, as it, I mean, we know there's a potential, but I don't think we believe in the potential. You see what I'm saying? And it's a mix of how our business are funded and our own belief, right? So most black businesses are, they can't just walk in the bank and get a loan. Some people can, but a lot of people can't, right?
Man, I know.
A lot of people don't know that.
I know this.
When you get to start a business,
yes,
they
asking for everything. They asking for you everything.
But the
6 years of
the funny thing
income.
is they're asking you that,
right?
But they're not asking, because the bank is really like connections. You got somebody inside the bank, you get the money.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really connections.
Well, when we had our LLC going on, it was easier to get the money,
right?
Instead of just being a person, the original person. We noticed that. And I see your AfroBiz shirt. How did you come up with working with them?
So basically what happened is I was looking for a way to grow the online presence of black-owned businesses, okay? And I kind of studied the best way to subsidize the flow of traffic into black-owned businesses, websites and stuff like that, okay? Obviously, there was already black-owned business directories, stuff like that. Those kind of like the most efficient ways to drive the traffic, but a directory doesn't really resolve all of the issues that a black-owned business may have, because what happens is you go online and you look for, a barber near you,
right?
And all these directories pop up, right?
Right.
Okay. And those directories usually have the name of the shop. Name could be whatever, ABC Barber, has a phone number, has an address, okay? And also, growing up around Atlanta, you know, and going to barbershops and stuff like that, I know that every barbershop has like a vibe, something, right?
It does.
And I was thinking, how can I translate that vibe? Because I feel like us as black people, we like to vibe. You know what I'm saying?
That's our thing, man.
We really work with people, based on the vibe, right?
Exactly.
So I didn't want to just create a directory where it's just a name and a phone number and stuff like that. I wanted to create something that you can vibe with the business before you even, start interacting with them, right? So this was the basis of AfroBiz. I've talked about this idea with a few of my partners, and when I told them about it, first question they asked me is how are we gonna make money? You see what I'm saying? How are we going to make money? Because remember, the main issue with me getting black clients, I feel was kind of financial.
Yes.
So I say, we can build this, we can have additional services, but at the very core of it, to help them grow their online presence, it's going to be free for them.
Right.
Okay, it's going to be free for them, and where we can get paid is where, if we help them sell their products or services, then we can build a system around that, right? Okay, so in 2017 I started working as the developer of AfroBiz. So
when did you guys start?
So we started in 2015.
2015.
Right?
Wow.
But in 2016, I lost my father, and it kind of set me back a little bit. So we really got back on it at the end of 2017 is when I finished the first version of AfroBiz, which started in Toronto. And at first, we were going to use Toronto as a kind of like a beta testing space.
How'd that work out?
Within a month, we had over 1,000 visits on the website.
That's
like
not
the first
bad.
month,
Of,
you know,
of 2017?
of 2018.
Oh,
because it
2018.
launched at the end of 2017.
Okay.
You know, so like January 2018, something like that, right? And we started getting, you know, shares on social media, and people were like, oh, this website is cool and stuff like that, right? And then, you know, we started getting contacted by other people in other parts of Canada and other parts of the United States. Like, this is cool, man. Like, you know, we like this. You know, can you bring this idea to my city? Okay.
Wow.
And we started expanding across Canada at first. And
now I get where this is going.
Right. And then eventually we started expanding into the United States. Now,
wow.
The thing is, at that time, honestly, even though I had an ambitious idea of how we're going to grow it, at that time, I didn't think that it was going to grow as fast. I just say I'm going to use, you know, the knowledge that I know to grow a brand, you know, and I was focused on getting businesses on the platform and making sure that traffic actually goes to their brand.
I may ask you, how many businesses do you have on the website now?
So currently we have about 15,000 businesses on the website, which is a drop in the bucket because in Canada, there's something like 300,000 businesses. In the United States, there are something like, you know, 10 million businesses, something like that. So it's a drop in the bucket, and there's actually a lot of things that we can do from here because up until now, I really just focus on making sure that, you know, those businesses are benefiting from being on the platform, you know, and there are other parts of the plan that are not even in action yet, right?
But I see your affiliate marketing program is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you know, and this is one of the pillar of what we're trying to do in the future because the affiliate program was already an idea at the beginning of AfroBiz. Okay. And I'll tell you, you know, what actually sped up the whole idea. So in 2019, we started the first Black-owned affiliate network. Now, a lot of people will, you know, don't hear what I'm saying when I say that. They say, oh, I know Black-owned business that got an affiliate program and stuff like that. We're not talking about it. We're talking about a network. And if you go and type affiliate network online, you will see what a network is. It's basically Fortune 500. What they do is they all work together under one umbrella. And they share resources and stuff like that. So what happens is we entice people to become affiliates. And when they become an affiliate, they can basically promote any Black-owned businesses inside of the network, right? Okay.
It's not many of us doing this. This is really amazing.
This is a brand new idea, but it's an old idea because there was already Black-owned businesses on other networks.